Hey, what's up, my true seekers? Peace and blessings. Welcome to my live real talk with your girl, Lady D. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little review of the trial Eligio Bishop Nature Boy. This right here is day 2. So let me go ahead and make sure that I have a mic check, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys just a little review that is going on out there. Okay. So again, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and non-biased. This right here, this is day 2. Nature Boy Eligio Bishop, he decided to go all the way through because he said that he will be vindicated, and it is his rights. It's his rights. So let me go ahead and make sure that I do a mic check to make sure that everything is okay, and I'm going to continue. Okay, all right. Everything sounds great. Okay, now I guess they're on break right now because according to some of the information that is out there, that when it came to Nature Boy's attorney attorney Mr. Booker, he, I guess, he didn't like some things that was going on because we got a lot of these cyber bullies, decide to go to the court, and I'm going to say allege, but they was given orders not to have phones inside of the court. And what was said that, some of them, I guess, saw and reported it. So I'm gonna say everything is alleged, but they took a few phones from some of the ones that was in there. So pretty much they're going to go ahead and kick these people out. But they know good and well they cannot play the same stuff that they played when they were, on the internet. You cannot bring that, to court because, like I said, someone's, their fate is at stake, and you got to, make sure that we go ahead and, you follow the law. You just can't just think that, just because, it's a lot of he say, she say stuff that is out there, that, all this stuff is going to fly. But everybody, deserve their right in court. So we're going to see how everything is going to work out, guys. Bear with me. This right here is a spare of the moment. I had at first decided not to go ahead and, do a review of this trial right here. But one thing that I'm not going to do, I'm not going to go ahead and play any of, the videos out there, because, it's a lot of people out there. They are, recording the live, and their channels will be struck. I'm pretty sure that it will, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. But the first one that took the stand was Nateria Janae. She goes by the name of Nateria. But it was very interesting. It was very interesting to me. I think that, she pretty much, was all over the place, and she came across as if, she was pretty much in love with Nature Boy. Now, like I said there and say, many people might give a different review, but from what I have saw, what not heard, what I have observed, but she had said, which had really, I didn't know, it had caught my attention when she talked about that, she was in a church and she didn't like some of the stuff that was going on in the church because, it wasn't feeding, you know, her spirituality. She needed more. And she went ahead and, according to, what I have gotten, and it's not her word verbatim, that she went to another tribe or whatever, they want to go ahead and call it, and she was all over the country with that tribe. I didn't know, because you know I thought that Materia, she only, was a part of Carbonation. I didn't know that she was in other tribes, with other leaders. But, it's not like it was her first rodeo, because according to what she said on the stand, that, she was with, other tribe leaders, and how she met Nature Boy, how, she met him, and through, other acquaintance, and it wasn't Nature Boy exactly, but it was, some others that was a part of Nature Boy's camp, that they went ahead and gave the number, and that's how, she went ahead and, connected with Nature Boy. But when it comes to Nature Boy's attorney, I don't care what people say. I think that he's very strong and he's very knowledgeable of what he is doing. And just like he said, and I said the same thing, you going to trial this case on what he did in March, according to what Materia had put out, with the big aura, not what happened, all in other places that, he was, because to me, it's like Vegas. Whatever is in Vegas, it stays in Vegas. Whatever happened in the jungle, it happened in the jungle. And we already know, because these people, they put their life out on display for, the whole entire world to see. So it's really nothing that, he pretty much hid. And I'm pretty sure that Nature Boy's attorney, he's going to cut through all that, because Materia had said on stand that, she left 3 times. She left 3 times. And if her life was on, if her life was in danger, all right, the first, the second time, then the third time, why would you keep going back? Why would you keep going back and putting yourself in harm's way? So right there, it shows you that, she really, was, kind of, like clout chasing when it comes to being in this cult. Is like I said, it's their choice. They are grown women, grown men. They decided, to be a part of all this. So guys, let me know what your thoughts about it. But like I said, we only can go by of what they put out, the evidence. Like I said, let the court, let him have a trial, because that is his rights to have a trial. But so far, they are saying that, and I'm gonna say allegedly, all this right here is alleged, okay? But they went ahead and, they went, to the judge, because is a lot of people, trying to record this stuff so that they can put it on YouTube, but you can't do that. If the judge give you orders, you're going to follow what the judge is saying. And I'm pretty sure that the ones that they took the phones from, the bailiffs, I'm pretty sure that most likely they going to be, something most likely going to, happen to them. Most likely it might kick them out the court where they can't come no more, or just say that when it comes to Nature Boy's attorney, he can ask for a mistrial. He can ask for a mistrial, because suppose that, as they recording jurors. Now tell me what juror that, wants their face, all over YouTube, because we know that's what these type of people, these people do. It's not all about, it's not all about, you trying to get justice. It's that you trying to sit there, you trying to get you trying to clout chase, and you're trying to make a name for yourself. I see Tracy Stevens says, what exactly is he's being accused of? He's being accused for the aura, of what Janae Nateria had made accusations. And just like, all the tapes that's out there, we heard the tapes. We heard the tapes over 101 times. Nowhere in her statement, what she had told one of the bloggers, that she was aura. She said that they made love. She had many chances. She even had an Uber out there, but she refused to get into the Uber and go to her destination, because she wanted to go and tell her Baba G, wanted to go and tell him bye. And like I said, these people, these jurors, they are not going to handle this case like we hand it on YouTube. They're not going to do that because they have to go by facts. I don't care how the prosecutor, is trying to paint the picture as he was a cult leader, and she was, brainwashed, because now that we know, they already didn't open up that she was already in a so-called cult, and it wasn't even a part of Nature Boy. She was in some other cult. She came from out of church, and she didn't get, what she wanted out of it, and she joined somebody else and went all over the world. So, like I said, guys, make it make sense. Make it make sense. And that's exactly what we are doing. We going to sit there and let them lay it out, everything, so we can know exactly what's going on, because most of these people, they thinking that, just because they are bloggers and they made so much content, when it came to Nature Boy, but most of these people was clout chasers. That's why they sitting in there right now waiting for some news reporter to pass by them so they can show their face. Come on, guys, wake up. Like I say, this right here now, this is real life. Tracy say, okay, got it. Do you think he did it, or do you think she was mad she couldn't get her way? I think that she was mad because, and like I say, this is my opinion. We already know how it played out. I made several videos, over 500 videos, until I sit there and say, no, I'm not going to make a video no more, because I see that these people, all this right here, this was, to me, it was like they was given a show. They was given a show because Nateria, she got butt hurt because she wanted to be a queen. She got upset because now she going to have to bow down to Malia. And that's just how, she went ahead and she did her statement on stand. Everything was Malia this, Malia that. She was jealous because she did not wanted to serve Malia. She thought that she was more equipped to be Nature Boy's queen. She wanted to be the face of carbonation. And when things did not go her way, then what she did, she sat there and she caused all this stuff, just like a scorned woman. When they don't have their way, what they do, they set the entire house on fire. And guys, this right here, this is real talk. Okay, so let me see if I can answer some more questions. And thank you again, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy, for the comments, because I like when you comment, because it helps me, with my commentary. Chelsea says, do you think he did it? Or I answer that. And also Starbucks lovers say, welcome back to Real Talk with Lady D. Thank you, Starbucks. And make sure you smash that like button on your way. Thank you very much. Thank you. And also Grand Malove said, I don't think that she was the R word, but I do think he did the rest of what he accused her. Well, maybe he did, or maybe he didn't. It's he say, she say. But all the stuff that we are looking for is what he did the night that she accused him of the aura, which he didn't say it, but that's the night that we want to talk about. We don't need to know what she heard that he did Malia. We don't want to know what she heard he did Aya. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that, because we already know that when it came to Nateria was in and out, in and out, in and out. And once she left from carbonation, what she did, she went and joined somebody else. She went and met with Musa, and she went mess with this other guy that's on Beagle Live, So, like I said, and then what happened then? She ended up getting pregnant for someone that was in that cult with Solar. Make it make sense, guys. If I'm sitting there against my will and I got people sitting there watching all this stuff that's going on, why would I put myself back into the fire pain? Why would I go and lay up and have a child for the same person that was a part of the same cult that you was in? Like I said there and say, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. Starbucks says, please subscribe to this channel. Absolutely, guys. And like I said, make it make sense. You cannot think that, just because, all the stuff that he did, on Beagle Live that he can be held for this right here. No, because this man was making almost $25,000, $25,000 a month to entertain. Now, if I'm making $25,000 a month, or maybe 5,000 a week, something like they were saying, but that's still like $25,000 a month just on Bigo, just in the comfort of my home, just putting on an act, then hey, I stand myself on head. I put on a show for you guys as well. Long as you guys was watching. You guys was watching this mess. You guys was watching it because to you guys, it was for entertainment. You guys enjoyed every bit of it. Every bit of it. And that's real talk. That's real talk. So to go in there and try to record what's going on in that trial just so you can go on your back channel to talk about it, then I feel that that person, what she's doing is jeopardizing people that's in that court. And just like Nature Boy's attorney is looking for a mistrial, because they cannot bring that garbage that they had on YouTube and bring it in the courtroom. That is not right. The judge gives order. So if the judge give order, you're right. You got to be respectful. You got to be respectful. So, guys, like I said, I really don't think that they have nothing. I think that this is a weak case. And the reason why is a weak case because of what Material had put out. I'm not going to say that, oh, I was making love. I'm not going to say that, I fell for it. I was a fool. I couldn't resist. I'm not going to say that. If someone is violating me, then I'm going to say what it is. I'm not going to paint this picture. It's just to show you that this girl was a part of Carbonation and she wanted to be the face of it. And when she wasn't the face of it, she had to bow down to Malia, take all of her clothes, all her possessions, and dress Malia with it. Then she's probably say, no, he led me on. And she was mad. She was butthurt. And then she sat there and she got with these bloggers that's been on Nature Boy's tail, stay up all night trying to find some type of mistakes. And she got with these people. And that's when they sat there, and I'm going to say alleged because, like I say, all this right here is my opinion. When it said chorus. And that's how everything went ahead and spun out of control. But when she was with the detectives, she didn't say that he, did the aura to her. She only was focusing on being the queen. I got the clips, guys. If you want me to play the clips, I can play the clips. I came on the last minute because at first I said, I wasn't even going to talk about it. But also now, like I said, the ones that sitting there recording all these videos and putting it on their channels, your channels will be striked. Your channels will be strike because you cannot take these people content and put it on your channel without sitting there making commentary on it. And I say, to me, it's not worth it just to entertain you guys. Grand My Love says, I think that he's going to be found guilty on some of those charges. Is more than just one charge. Well, the only charge that, we have so far is, and, that's a felony, is what Materia accused them of, and that's the big aura. Now, the rest of the charges, when it comes to Velvet and come to Solar and all the rest of them that they name, all that happened in the jungle in some other country. It did not happen in the state of Georgia. So only thing that this man can be convicted of is what happened in the state of Georgia. Yes, they can sit there and try to, put all this stuff out so they can paint a picture so the jury, can know exactly what they was dealing with. But still of all, we only can go by of what he's being charged for. He's being charged for, putting, the pawn tapes out and also the big aura. But I'm going to have to play back, some of the stuff that Material said, because to me it sounds like, and like I say, this is my opinion, but it sounds like she said that she consented for him to put, some of the stuff out there because it was a part of their teaching. Now, pretty much that's what it sounds like to me. Grand Malove says it's happened in the state of Georgia. Have you been watching? I have been watching this man for years. Yeah, I've been watching. Now, I'm not going to sit there and tell you that I was watching this man for years because I have a life. I have a life. But from what I have observed, from the things that had happened on Big O Live, and I made so many different videos when it came to stuff like this, and talk to him, talk to him for hours, like I asked them, do this is where you guys want to stay? They said they want to stay there, or you guys are being brainwashed. They say no, they are not being brainwashed. They say that is their choice. So if they chose to follow a man, and whatever happened, like I said, they are grown people. We got small children out there, that's going through so much stuff that is worse. We got a school system that is jacked up. I mean, we got parents, can't even sit there and make decisions for their own children, how the school and the government is taking control of these young kids, and we don't say not one thing about it. We don't say one thing about it, but we pick and choose, what we want to sit there and put our focus on. These are grown people. These are grown people. Just look at how everything turned out. The ones that's left out of the cult. What happened to them? What happened to them? It's not like they pretty much did anything with their life. And I'm pretty sure if Velvet was not getting the donations, from some of her fans, I don't even think Velvet would have pretty much made it. Look at Solar. Solar, I don't think Solar know if he's coming or going. It's not like they was doing anything. Soon a minute when Nateria left, what did she do? Go back to Solar. Left and, with him. Make it make sense. Velvet end up having a baby with Solar. Nateria went and have a baby with Solar. Like I said there and say, guys, some people have to take accountability. People got to take accountability of some of the things that they do. Grand, my love, say, I'm out of here. You have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. But like I said, guys, this is real talk, and it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, but I don't care who this person is. This person can be Dottie Squatty or anybody. This person deserves a fair trial, just like anybody else. A fair trial. Whether you want to sit there and say he did this, he did that. Most of all the stuff, we all saw the same things because it was played out on it. He put his business out. So most of us saw it. But like I said, at the end of the day, what they said that it was entertainment. They say they did it. It was part of their teaching. Most of it was part of an act. They wanted to trigger people because, that's was part of their lessons. They was getting paid $25,000 a month, and not counting all the donations that they was cash apping these people. These people was getting a lots of money. They was being supported by the ones that was watching them. And you know good and well, if I'm just sitting in your face like a log, do you think that you're going to support me? No, you're not going to support me. But quite obvious, if people are putting up money and watching this, quite obvious, that they believed or they were being entertained. And like I say, this is real talk. So we're going to see if, they at a break, and they should be back at 1:30. And we're going to see if they're going to continue airing it on social media, because we got a lot of people wants to sit there and put these people content on their YouTube channel instead of having people to go to where they actually putting out this content and go watch it. But we got a lot of YouTubers out here that's putting it, on their channel, and people is going to their channel to watch when it's already, live by a network that, is licensed to put that type of content out. So I mean, our people do a lot, guys. We do a lot, but this right here, this is it. He decide, Nature Boy, he decided, to go all the way. They offered him a deal. Some say, I got to play the tape back. I don't know if I heard 25 or 30 years to life. And I saw when, he, wasn't going to settle for that. So, he got up and the judge said, I'm going to give you 10 minutes to talk it over with your attorney. He came back in 8 minutes. And he said no deal. He wanted to go all the way with it. And when the prosecutor was talking, you could see, the expression that was on Nature Boy face, that, he pretty much, it's not that he was, squirming in his chair like it was reported. No, he was saying half of this stuff that they are saying it is not true. Because, why, if this man got about 7 different wives and women, all in his inbox trying to get next to him, he's saying, why do he have to, aura a person? Why would he have to aura a person when he had women sitting there ready, to do whatever he asks? So when his attorney came out and, say what he said to me, I think he did a good job. I think he did a good job. Now, I don't know what's going to happen, once they come from lunch, how everything is going to play out. But I'm pretty sure that most of them bloggers, they are not going to be in that courtroom. They're not going to be in that courtroom because the judge already had made orders when it came to the cell phones, and for them to go against the judge orders, that's a violation right there. That's calls for what I would say a mistrial. So we're going to see how everything is going to work. And like I said, if you do the crime, you do the time, and we just going to let, the jury make the decision for that, because that's why we as taxpayers, we pay, for the court, for people to have a fair trial. So we can't go by, oh, he did this, we know what he did. He did a lot of stuff. But is what he's being charged for? Is that what he's being charged for? He is in court in the state of Georgia for what Materia had accused him of. So, like I said, that's what the main focus should be about. But we're going to see. I'm going to make sure that I give you a fair review of what's going on, and also we have the right to agree to disagree. And like I said, we can't just go by, oh, he's a scum of the earth, he did this, he did that. That's not the way that the court of law, that is not the way that it works in the court of law. So we're going to see how everything is going to go ahead and play out. But no, I'm not going to put other people content on my channel, because like I said, I've been through a lot before, especially when it comes to all this stuff that's dealing with Nature Boy, with carbonation, and gotten my channel struck down, putting other people content up. And to me, it's not worth it. If you saying that, you a blogger, or you want to, give your own commentary, why would you put, this stuff on, playing it, and all you have to do is tell these people that they airing it on, this YouTube, what it is, I think it's News 11. Yeah, in Atlanta, News 11. Go to News 11 and watch it. And we come back and we give a review of what's, going on, what's taking place. But this right here, guys, this right here, this is it. And only thing, I can say from what I saw is that when Nateri, and I'm gonna go ahead and watch it some more later on, is that when she came on, most of the stuff that the prosecutor was asking her, it didn't contain, of what had happened the night, in the month of March when she made that accusation, all the stuff that, he was asking her, which Nature Boy attorney went ahead and objected. Some of the stuff the judge went ahead and overruled, but that's when all the overrules. I guess the judge probably said this is too much. So that's when they went ahead and they shut everything down, and most likely the judge and the lawyers, they all in the office, and they talking. So but like I said, if it didn't happen in the state of Georgia, then that right there shouldn't be the main focus. But I do understand the prosecutor, what it's doing. What it's doing is trying to go ahead and paint that picture. So, guys, this is it, guys. This is the day that Nature Boy was looking for. He was looking for that day. He wanted to go to trial. He wants to be able to you know, he wanted to, make sure that he get a fair trial. So all we can do is, just wait it out to see how everything is going to work out. But I'm pretty sure that the jury, is not going to sit there and see it the way that some of us, see it. They're going to make sure that they have to weigh it out of what happened the day of March. So let me know, guys. Let me know what your thoughts about it. And like I said, when it comes to this channel right here, I try to stand on my truth. And I know a lot of people, they, want everybody to jump on the bandwagon with them, but I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon. I never was the type of person that's going to jump on the bandwagon just because everybody else is. That's not me. I'm going to stand on my truth. I'm going to go ahead and call it like it is. But we only can go by of what happened the night that Naturia had went ahead and made that accusation against Eligio Bishop, Nature Boy. We cannot go and talk about, all the stuff that he did, Squatty Dotty and everybody. That's not the way it happened. It's not the way to happen. Now, Velvet and Solar, they can come in and, they can sit there and say their part, what they've been through. But, they still have to go by of what had happened in, the month of that, in March when that had happened, when Materia went ahead and did, said what she said. But this right here to me, it's very interesting. And we got people, saying that Nature Boy went ahead and brainwashed her. But, when Materia said that, she was in a cult before, she didn't come out and say a cult, so, like I said, everything in here is alleged, and, it's my opinion, but in so many words, she was with another leader, another group, so to me, it sounds like, she was addicted to being a part of a cult. I don't know what made her, why, being so young, so beautiful, why did she felt the need, to be a part of a cult? Because we already saw Naturia's mother, a very beautiful woman. We saw Naturia's sister, very beautiful sister. But why Naturia? Why did she felt the need, to be a part of a cult? I don't understand. And you can't say, well, Nature Boy brainwashed her, and but she didn't come. No, that's the story right there. And I'm pretty sure that the attorney is going to talk about it. She didn't come from out of her mom's home and go straight into Nature Boy's cult. She was already in another cult. So I don't know what it is that Materia, she was seeking, when it comes to her spirituality. Maybe she might have had a calling in her life because, she said that, she liked it, the teaching, she liked what, carbonation in the beginning, how, everything, was taking place. She liked it all that. She was fascinated with all that. But then everything, start changing. Nature Boy started, bringing in more people. And, at the end, she wanted to be, just like I said, she wanted to be the face of carbonation. She wanted to be the queen. And we already know how it played out. I got several videos where I can play the clips, how everybody was watching, everybody was being a judge. We saw how he had Aya, he had Malia, he had Nateria, all of them, wanted to be the queen. And he had people calling in saying who they thought should be the queen, and everybody was saying where Nateria, she comes and goes. So, she's not reliable. Malia, she always stayed. So make Malia the queen. I thought it should have been Aya, because Aya, she cooks, she cleans, she's very beautiful, and she took care of Nature Boy, very well. She was the one that's doing, all the nurturing part for all the people that was in, carbonation. So I thought that, when I was watching, it should have been Aya, but he went ahead and he picked Malia. And that's when everything hit the fan. So that is my opinion, guys. So I'm only, here to give you a review. I am not going to sit there and play none of that stuff on my channel. Also, the way that Nature Boy was dressed is looked like a paisley blue suit that he had on. He was clean. He was very clean. A white turtleneck, as you can see right there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that Nature Boy had some white slacks on. But the judge had said in the beginning, that they took very long to start the court. They had the jurors waiting because Nature Boy, he did not want it to go in court, shackled up. He didn't want it to do that. And I guess, they was going back and forth. So then Nature Boy decided, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and, just go in. So like I said, guys, this right here, this is it, and everybody that, used to watch Carbonation, I truly believe that everybody, is tuned into this right here. But like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight, I only can go by of what these people, what they put out. You air it out, you are free game. But still of all, I don't care whether you like him or not. He deserves a fair trial, just like everybody else, And when it comes to the cult thing, they say that it wasn't a cult. And when you look up the definition of cult, it's just a lot. But still of all, it's all about, Eligio Bishop and Nateria that night when she made those accusations. And we already done heard the tape. We heard the tapes over and over and over and over. And nowhere she said that this man did the aura. She said that they made love. I know for a fact if my life was in danger, and I'm pretty sure that the jury is going to say the same thing. She was already out that house. The Uber was right there waiting for her. But she wanted to go back and tell Bobby G bye because she already said, and that's on tape. So it's not something that, alleged. This is something that she said. I do not think that Baba G, if he know what's going on, and it's not a word verbatim, that he would allow you girls to treat me like this. And it was said that the girls was trying to stop. They barricade Nateria from going up those stairs. And Nateria went up those stairs and she went directly into the room where Nature Boy was asleep at and woke Nature Boy out of his sleep and told Nature Boy that she was leaving because she didn't like the way that she was being treated. So if somebody was asleep and you wake them up out their sleep just to tell that person that you was leaving, knowing that your life was in danger, make it make sense, guys. And that's all I'm saying. Like I said, when it comes to my commentary, when it comes to my channel, it never, it amazes people because, people, they don't want to see it from a non-biased way. They want to see, oh, he did it. He was a scum of the earth. He did this. We saw he did all this. We saw it. But still of all, we have to go by of what he's being charged for. And Natalia, she was almost had maybe 1 foot inside of the Uber and one hanging out. But she felt the need to go back. She felt the need to go back. And I know if someone violated me against my will, I'm not going to take a shower. I'm not going to wait a couple of days. I'm going directly to the police. And I'm going to say exactly what had happened to me. Making love is not even going to come out of my mouth. I couldn't resist. I'm a sucker for love. None of that would have came out of my mouth. And that's all I'm saying. So just imagine all the stuff that we know now. Just wait until the jury gets all that. Why would she say I'm a sucker for love? Why would she say we made love? Why would she say he held me in his arms? And I said, no, no. Is it a no because you are forcing me? Or is it a no because I need to go because I felt like I was not being treated fairly? Make it make sense, guys. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And we all have a right to agree to disagree. We all have a right to agree to disagree. But we all have the right to stand on our truth. And that's real talk. I see Joe Ma's mom says, exactly. I don't know how those witnesses' testimony that were even there on the night in questions can be admitted as evidence. Absolutely. Because that's just like in Vegas. What's in Vegas stays in Vegas. These people, most of the stuff that happened, it happened in the jungle. It happened in the tropics. It didn't happen in the state of Georgia. And I don't think that, no court of law is going to charge a person for something that did not happen the day of that alleged crime. And I'm going to have to go back and play the tapes again, but I could have sworn that I heard Natalia said that she gave consent for Natureboy to put all that stuff out on social media. And we already saw the tapes. I don't know about you. Even in my little eyes, my holy eyes, I saw it. I saw the tape. I saw it. I saw it on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter how Natalia was, what she was doing. And it doesn't look like it was against her will because her legs was, spread it wide. I'm not trying to make fun, but it sounds like she said that she gave consent. Now, I might be wrong, guys. I might be wrong. I'm going to have to go back and play it. So I'm saying all this right here is alleged. But Natalia was more concerned about being queen than the big aura. That's my opinion. And that's real talk. Joe Ma said it seems like grounds of a mistrial that he can beat if he gets found guilty. Absolutely. And I'm pretty sure that the attorney is going to push for that. And now we got these old clout chasing, hungry trolls that hang all night on this man's page, slum on this man's page. Some of them is in the courtroom thinking that they are some YouTube attorneys going against the judge orders, trying to record it. Now, good and well, it got people, investigators, it got people that's watching. People that's watching, reporting back to the judge. You guys are recording this stuff on your YouTube channels. Is it worth it? All you got to do is come on. You don't need these people content. See, that's what's wrong with you guys now. You guys not no good bloggers. Because if you guys was good bloggers, you can use still pictures and you can talk about all the stuff that had happened the day of that trial or whatever. You don't need to use these people content, these people property. You don't need to use that. And then you got the audacity. You got the audacity to record what's going on in the courtroom. You are jeopardizing this case. You are jeopardizing this case because now Nature Boy's attorney, Mr. Booker, he can ask for a mistrial because his client did not get a fair trial because of these YouTubers. And then the thing about it is that they going to go on their channel and make fun of it like, oh, we didn't know. Yes, you did know. You come on with your attorneys. You come on acting like one and talking about this case from sun up to sundown for hours. But yet, when you go in the court, you break the law. When the judge ordered you, that's what they stopped. They had to stop the court, allegedly. From what I heard, they had to stop the court because these bloggers, these trolls, was inside recording these people. My God, make it make sense. Make it make sense. It seems like grounds of a mistrial that he can beat if he gets found guilty. Absolutely. But like I said, why would these people do that? Why would these, just for clicks and likes? Like I said, guys, please, like I said, please don't click and like on my channel. If you think that I'm going to risk myself going to jail, getting my channel taken down, just to give you guys a story, just to entertain you guys, make it make sense. You guys, like I said there and say, you let the man have a fair trial. Like I say, if you do the crime, you do the time. But it's not what happened out there in the jungle. It's not about what happened in the tropics. The ones that, all the people that alleged that was victims or they was mistreated out there, they didn't go forth. They didn't go and charge him for all the stuff. So it doesn't matter. All they got to, yes, they can paint the picture, try to tie in that it was all a part of a cult. But like I said, Nateria was already in another cult leader. She was already in that camp way before she ever met Nature Boy. According to Nateria's statement, she said she was in the church, and I'm gonna make sure that I get the transcripts. She was in the church, and she was not getting fed. She was seeking more, and it's not a word verbatim. And then she found some other tribe or some other cult, and she joined. All over the world, she traveled. And then she saw or she heard about carbonation, or I think melanation, one of them. I don't know. But she wanted to be a part of that. And that's according to her statement. Joe Mom says it's all for him getting a fair trial, including testimony about what happened elsewhere is just wrong. Absolutely. But like I said, we only, can go by of what had happened in the state of Georgia. Georgia, it does not have a jurisdiction to talk about what happened when he was in Hawaii, what happened when he was in all those other different countries, but only what happened in the state of Georgia. And that's what Materia had accused him of. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, everything is going to be laid at the table. I'm pretty sure that when it comes to Nature Boy's attorney, Mr. Booker, I'm pretty sure he's going to spread it out all on the table, because once Natiri left from out of carbonation, or left out of Nature Boy's home, because she didn't leave out of carbonation. We already know she didn't leave out of carbonation, because she went right to Solar, and Solar was not even together. Solar, he still had a lot of issues. Solar had a lot of issues, but she ended up getting pregnant for Solar, someone that does not even have their life together. On top of it, Velvet. Make it make sense. Like I said, it's just time for these people, to take accountability of some of the stuff. Joe Mom says none of those other allegations have been proven in a court of law. What have been proven in a court of law? She said, though those other allegations have been proven. I don't think no one even charged Nature Boy with anything. The only one that I know charged Nature Boy with something, and that's Natiri. Now, I remember in another state they said that Velvet, was trying to get him for child support, but I don't know about anyone else ever charged him, because he don't have any felonies out there. The only time that he was charged, when I think he was in the state of Hawaii, when I think it was during the curfew with the COVID, and they were out there in the beach, and he petted a turtle. So I think that's the only time that he was arrested. But I don't know if anything else that he did, that he was found guilty of, when it comes to all the rest of the ones that was in carbonation. I don't know, guys. Oh, but this right here, this is a lot. This right here, guys, this is a lot. And I'm gonna try to give you guys my fair review. Like I say, I don't have all the answers. We all have a right to agree to disagree. Leave your comments. Maybe I might not know something that but I'm only going to stick with what had happened that led Nature Boy in jail in the state of Georgia. And another question that we can ask: why the feds, all the stuff that he did, he alleged did, why the feds didn't pick it up? Because we already know, when the feds pick it up, the feds can wait 10 to 20 years, and they'll come up with something, why the state of Georgia, why they have it, because now if the feds would have went ahead and pick up this case, then they can talk about what had happened in those jungles. They can have what material, and the attorney trying to put out. They could talk about that if the feds would have picked it up. But since the feds does not have this case, and I'm not an attorney, far from an attorney, I'm just a blogger, just talking, just giving you my opinion. But if the feds would have picked it up, they can lay all the stuff that all these other people that's been a part of the cult, or whatever you guys want to call it, they can talk. But the state is the one that's got this case, and we only can go by of what had happened in the state of Georgia. And that's real talk, guys. So I got 8 more minutes, and they should, because they're all outside now. So and the ones that's not supposed to talk, they can't talk, they can't get on the internet, they cannot they don't really know what's going on out there, because the girls, they they're not in the court, they're outside. So they don't know what's going on inside. So the only ones that can bring all this information out there, and that's the ones that's these so-called YouTubers that's inside the courtroom, trying to put all this stuff on, their channel. But, it doesn't work like that because all eyes are watching you. All eyes are watching you, and you can laugh all you want. Oh yeah, they took my phone. They took my phone. That's not funny because you jeopardizing this case. You are jeopardizing this case. You are going against the judge orders. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And I'm pretty sure that the attorney, and he looked like a very knowledgeable, I mean, he got a very good attorney, a very good attorney. And I don't know if, he's working on Bono, but he's doing his best. He's doing good because he cutting down everything that the prosecutor, is talking, and he's making sure that, look, we're not going to bring all this other stuff. We want to talk about the night of this trial, the night that led us to this trial right here. That's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about, the alleged big R. That's what we want to talk about. And, like I said, you guys can go out there and say whatever you want to say. But I think that his attorney is really fighting for Nature Boy, Eligio Bishop, really fighting for him. And for what we saw, they opening up very, very strong. And when the prosecutor came out, he painted the picture, of like, it was a spiritual journey, and how, these sheeps was falling for all this stuff right here. But like I said, these are grown women. These people was not like, underage. They was old enough. And most of these people that came in, I know you guys don't want to hear it, but most of them came from off the streets. We got young guy. He said that he was living in a basement. His dad was in jail. His mom was in jail. He was living in a basement with mold all in the bottom of the basement. So when he found Chief, to him, it was better than where he was. Look at this other little young guy, this little cute guy that got unalive. He once, everything had went down with carbonation, he left and his life is gone. Most of these people, they've been on the street, and I know you guys don't want to hear it. Nateria was on the street too. Nateria made a video that she used to be a prostitute. And this is not nothing alleged. This came from out of her own mouth that she was on the streets. Most of these people that went inside of carbonation, they came from a very bad life. But I don't understand why Nateria, because you can look at Nateria mom. Nateria mom, she does not look like she had a hard life. Very beautiful, well-dressed, groomed sister, very beautiful. I just want to know what led Nateria, to go into, all these cults. I don't know why she did it, but we already know, according to what Nateria put out, she been from jumping from one cult to another cult. She likes to be in a group setting. I don't know why. Maybe she wants to be the face of all this, where she feels that she can make a change when it comes to, her people, a tribe. Maybe she feels that she can lead them out, because you know how they feel when it comes to this Babylon system. We know how they feel. We know how they feel. So maybe, she felt that, she was the right face for carbonation, and it didn't go her way. Like I said earlier, then what she did, she tore the entire house down like an angry black woman, a dancer in distress, a dancer in distress. Joe Ma said no, they haven't been proven in what I mean. Oh, okay. I thought you say it was proven, because I don't know any other cases that he had, besides this right here. This one is a big one, and the other one they kept him a long time. But that was because of the curfew violation. But like I say, this right here is it. And Not to mention, it was another cult that she liked polygamous. I think Materia liked polygamous relationships because she was in another one, this guy called King Musa, and also she was with Prince York. She was in with Prince York. So I'm pretty sure that the the attorney is going to bring up all that. So everybody's saying, "Oh, she was brainwashed. Materia was brainwashed." No, Materia liked polygamous relationships. She liked being a part of this type of settings, because if it wasn't for carbonation, she would have went to something else. And we already know that Nature Boy was locked up in jail, and she still stayed in carbonation. She didn't leave carbonation because she was with one of his men that was very, very close to him, Solar. And Solar, he's a, he don't even have it together himself. So it's 1 o'clock, guys. I think it was said that it was going to be 1:30 because it was a lot of disruption. The judge had to make some decisions because according to what I heard, that the bailiff was told that it was people in there recording. That's sick. That's sick. And want me to tell you something, what y'all going to do? Y'all going to praise those type of people. Y'all going to praise these type of people that had the court to shut down early at 11 something in the morning, when the judge was going, most likely was going to shut it down at 12 for a lunch break, but the judge had to shut it down at 11:30 because we got these doggone Nature Boy chasers sitting there going against the judge orders. And we thinking that, it was going to be Nature Boy women, acting up and shutting down the court. But they didn't do that. The judge told them to go outside. They stayed outside. They don't know what's going on. All this stuff happened inside of the court. Make it make sense. So, guys, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close it down. I'm going to keep you with the updates. And like I said, in here is Real Talk. I only can go by of what they put out, but in the state of United States, you are innocent until proven guilty. So all we can do is just wait it out. We cannot act like the judge, the jury, and the executor, which we already know. We got a lot of attorneys or YouTube attorneys thinking that they know it all. But the stuff that you guys watch, it's not going to play in a court of law. It's not going to play in the court of law, especially when they get the log books and see how much this man made. This man made up some money of donations on Bingo Live and other sites, made up some money to put on a performance for you guys. And you guys watched from sun up to sundown. So you guys got your money worth because y'all supported all this. And that's Real Talk. So, guys, on this note, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. I'm gonna see what else going to happen at 1:30, and I might come back at 6 o'clock and give you guys another report. But Nature Boy, he went all the way. He said he riding it all the way until the wheels fall off because he feels that he will be vindicated. Because most of this stuff right here is a he say, she say trial. A he say, she say trial, and they going all the way with it. We may not like it, but he deserves a fair trial just like everybody else, and that's Real Talk. So, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure, however you feel led, like I say, when it comes in here, it's not for everybody, but make sure you hit like, comment, or however you feel led for more unapologetic content.